Hello, this is Jim from Tech Buzz, and today we've got the Zenfone 7 Pro. So we're going to do an unboxing and walkthrough of the device today and take it for a test spin. So this is a very highly spec phone. You've got 8 GB of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, 5G dual SIM, 6.67 inch FHD plus display, and yeah, pretty nice. And you've got the 865 Snapdragon chip in it as well. So let's get into the package and see what it's all about. There's another version of this as well, and it's just the Zenfone 7. This is the Pro model. So let's that's that out of the way. So we have got in here, we've got our USB-C plug and our adapter here, and on this side we have got our phone. So what else do we have in here? So you get in here very nice. You get your booklets and you will get 2 cases to use out of the box, which is excellent. So you've got a plastic hard case which is see-through, and you have got a black hard case with some texture on the back there, and it has the ASUS Zenfone branding on the back, and you get your booklet there, and there's no branding on this one. Well, it is slightly textured on the inside. This one's textured on the outside, as you can see, and there's some kind of switch up here on top, but not on this side. So that'll be interesting to see what that's all about, as you can see there. Right, we'll get all this out of the way. So onto the phone itself. So we will just peel off this here, and there we go there. And this really feels premium indeed, and there is a nice bit of weight on this phone as well. You've got the ASUS branding on the back there, your triple camera setup, and on the side you've got your buttons and your power on key, which looks like also a built-in fingerprint sensor, your SD card, your speaker on the bottom, your USB-C port, and your mics, and you have the camera up on top. So let's just power it up quickly and see if there's anything in it. It does feel really premium, and it does feel very hefty, which I like. Very, very nice indeed. So this is the camera up on top, which flips up, which looks cool. So we put our information in and come back, and we'll take a walk through of the device from there. Okay, so we put our information in, and here is the phone with the display on now, and it looks really, really nice indeed. So it's got a Delta E1 color accuracy display with AMOLED Nano Edge notchless display, which is really nice. There is small bezels around the edges and all that, but that is fine. But the screen looks absolutely fantastic, and there is good angles on it as well. So we drop down, we have the usual menu here. You've got do not disturb, nightlight location, NFC, battery modes, and multi-window, and you've got retract the camera, auto rotates, hotspot, airplane, and all that stuff there. And if you go in here into settings, you can see, so in the display you have got your brightness level. That's not even up to full brightness, and you can see there it's pretty bright. And you've got nightlight, splendid. So you have your color temperatures here: default, natural, cinematic, standard, and customized. And if you're always on panel, so I'll turn that on. Actually, while we're here setting it up, what's the clock style? We'll go with this one. So you've got your refresh rate, which is 90 Hertz, which is nice to see, if you can see that there. And you've got 60 and you've got auto. So just to keep in mind there, it's a 90 Hertz display, which people like higher refresh rates. So you've got animation speed, font size, style, app scale and power button, status icon manager, system navigation, quick settings, layout, and all that stuff there, and an LED indicator. Very nice. So your security, you have got fingerprint, face recognition, wallpaper, slideshow, smart lock, and your privacy, you have the usual stuff in there as well. And your accessibility, your digital wellbeing, your Google system and support. So that's all that's in the settings, pretty much a standard layout. So it's sound and vibration, we'll put this up to max. And let's hear the so the speakers sound pretty decent. So for your flip camera, which we're coming on to, has no sound, so we'll leave it on that. And down here you've got vibration intensity, so you've got your incoming call notifications and touch feedback on the vibration intensity. So the camera, in here we have got the flip camera. So if we just go here, you can see it flips open like so. So I'm going to do that again. And we've gone into a lock screen. So quickly again. And it's pretty quick. Pretty cool as well. So this will be our selfie camera. So up here in settings, you have got 16:9 1:1 4.3 on the camera. And in the photo and in the video you have got 8K. So you've 8K, you've 4K at 60 frames per second and 30 frames per second, you've FHD 1920 at 60, and you've HD at 1280 by 720. So 8K, ladies and gentlemen, pretty decent indeed. So you've got your video format here, your H.264 and TIFF.265, which is the usual codec, and you've got color adjustment, flip camera sound, which you've done, camera sound, location, anti-flicker, 50 Hertz. So you have 50, 60 and auto, and you restore quick angle shooting and the default settings. So in the photo, we have got 4.3 64 megapixel, 4.3 16:9 full screen and 1:1. And you've got AI scene detection, timestamp, watermark, touch shutter, pre-AF, track and autofocus and yellow light adjustment, flip camera sound again, and you've got your location and the rest of the settings in there, which is pretty standard. So that's what the camera and the video is looking like, which is looking pretty cool indeed. Also in here you've got Pro, you've got Night, Pano, Portrait, and you've got motion tracking as well, slow motion, time lapse and Pro video mode. So you've plenty to mess around with there in the settings, so that's good to see. You've got your flash up here as well, and pretty nice. So this is telling us here to recommend to use a tripod. So what we'll do is we'll get our samples with a tripod when we are testing out over the next couple of weeks. So pretty nice phone and a pretty clean menu as well here, as you can see, which is nice to see. So you've got gallery, your camera assistant, Google clock, all the usual you'll find from Google services in here, and doesn't seem to be any bloatware present, which again is nice, and a nice simple Android experience. You've got your Google News, and we'll have a look there. So that's the latest Google News there at the moment. So that'll be just a simple swipe to the right, as with any Android device. That seems to be the way to go, and that's pretty much it. I'm really liking this screen and display and the build quality so far, and the camera element is also cool how it flips up, and a different approach to take, and the fingerprint sensor built into the side here, and it's pretty responsive as well, as you can see there. Very nice indeed, pretty quick. And you got your volume toggles here, so that's it there. And if we open the camera again, you will have this really cool open and closure here. So look like that. Pretty addictable. So that's just a quick first look at the ASUS Zenfone 7 Pro, and we'll take it for a run and see how it gets on, particularly with the camera and so on, and how it works overall in general. So you're getting a really good spec here overall. You've got the 865 plus, you've the 5G platform, and you've got a 5000 milliamp hour battery as well, and you've got quick charge as well, which is really nice. So the camera sensor, as I said, is a 64 megapixel Sony IMX6A6 wide angle, and you've got the ultra wide camera IMX363, and you've got a telephoto camera. So you've got a nice camera setup there, which is really cool, and it doesn't stick up too much. So we put it down there, it's not going to rock because it's square in the middle, unlike some camera modules are here on the side and look ridiculous. This is nicely balanced and works nicely in symmetry with the rest of the phone, and you can see flip camera written on the back there as well. So that's it for now. Any questions, feel free to ask. See you in the next one.